Good morning, day 62. Yeah, we're getting another early start. I should have thought this out a little bit when we agreed to get up at 5 and be on the trail by 6:30. We got in late last night. After I hurt my finger, I was slow. I didn't get to sleep till maybe 10 o'clock. So I only got 7.5 hours sleep. Usually I get close to 9 hours sleep on the trail. So we probably should have pushed the start time back. Doing 2 big days in a row just wears you out. But anyway, we agreed to it and I'm up. So I just had to walk down to the bear locker to get some food, head back up, and we'll have breakfast and start tearing down camp. Plan is to get on the trail by 6:30 and do Mather Pass today, and then get as far down on the other side as we can. Hopefully Mather is not as difficult as Glen, because Glen took a lot out of me yesterday. My finger is pretty black, so I'm hoping, I don't know, it's going to be tough on the trail to protect it as much as possible. I had ice on it, pretty much until I went to bed last night. Took an ibuprofen. Not sure what else I can do to protect it. I'm really hoping I don't lose a fingernail. I'm fortunate my feet are just holding up awesome, but my fingers are taking a pounding. Both hands, I'm just injuring my fingers left and right. I guess that's it. We'll see you up the trail. Getting a little deer here. Mama's by the big rock, just going in the tree. Baby's just looking at us. Keep an eye on us. There she goes. Okay, first creek crossing of the day. Yeah, I think that's less deep over there. There's some rocks over there. The blackout just went along the trail. Got about knee deep. See what this looks like over here. Might be a little bit less. Doesn't look too swift. Dr. Tom's gonna scout it out. A little tricky to get to, but it's like feet may stay a little drier, or at least the legs. Feet are gonna get wet. Yeah, maybe it's a wash. I'm going to try Dr. Tom's way. Okay, so we got about 6 miles down this morning, and then we'll head up there somewhere. So we got a full day ahead of us, but the mountains are just gorgeous. You just can't beat the Sierras. Okay, so we crossed another creek. We got to the other side. Can't figure out where to go. There's down trees. Looks like another avalanche. Wiped everything out. So we'll pick our way. I think we gotta head that way somehow. But there's no trail and just a lot of down trees. So blackout's up there. We're down here trying to figure out where to go. Okay. So that's a little bit less than fun. Having to go through an avalanche debris field to get back up here. A lot of work, just brush and logs and rock. There's no path. You just climb. But we did it. Not done with the avalanche yet. We still have to climb down this rock cliff and get over where blackout is to get back on the trail. So this whole avalanche thing just really tore things up. Makes it a challenge. Climbing on these sharp rocks. It's pretty steep. Okay, so we've been in and out of water all morning. Now we hit this thing. That's going to present a challenge. That's moving fast and deep. Luckily, somebody built us a bridge. Suspension bridge. Look at this thing, that's just beautiful. But only one person at a time. It's a little wobbly. I mean, it's solid, it's a suspension bridge, so it shakes a little bit. I guess it wobbles side to side a little bit too. Looks like Dr. Thomas had a little bit of problem. But he's doing it, it really wobbles. Thing moves a lot. Okay, so I'm just losing too much weight. They've been falling down for like a couple weeks. But I had a way to have my backpack hold them up. On the Sierras, that's just not working. So Gandalf to the rescue. He's got a spare shoelace. I'm going to use that as a belt. See how that works. Still trying to eat more. So just resting up for the morning. Still be a pretty good time. We did 6 miles in 3 hours, so we did all right time considering the terrain. A lot of water. If you're not comfortable with your feet being wet and cold, then PCT is not for you, because you're just constantly in water for like this 170 miles between stream and river crossings, and the trail's all wet, and the depressions and meadows. I mean, water just runs right across the trail, so your feet are going to be wet pretty much all day. Just cruised across the suspension bridge, getting ready to head up. It's going to be 7.5 miles up, 3,600 feet up. It's going to be a slog. I think the top half is going to see a lot of snow. It doesn't sound like it's too dicey, but it just slows you down and takes some focus out of you. Other than that, it is a gorgeous day. The scenery's gorgeous. Saw a few deer. I guess that's about it. Scan up the trail. Okay, this is the Woods Creek water slide. It looks like it'd be fun, except for maybe the ending. That would be a wild ride down there. Woods Creek water slide. Woods Creek, we've been found all day long. Or 45, and we made it to the top of Pinchot Pass. I was just physically and mentally spent. So thankfully, second with the other guys. If it weren't for them, I probably would have bailed and pitched a tent down below. They coaxed me up here, and it was beautiful. That's the way we came, and that's where we're headed. Down there somewhere. Kind of see a trail down by those lakes. This doesn't look that bad the way home, or the way down, compared to yesterday. I don't think we're going to be doing glissading. Might not even have to put on microspikes. We'll have to see. Okay, close out for day 61. Just noticed today is June 15th, so this marks the 2-month point on the trail for me. I started April 15th, and this is June 15th, so there's that. Today was a very draining day. I was just spent. We had, like, all told, we did 15.6 miles. We went over Pinchot Pass. We're camped by a lake, almost on the bottom, about a mile short of the bottom. But I was just spent today. We did about 6 miles downhill before we started the ascent. And the ascent was, I forget, the ascent was like 7 miles, 7.5 miles, something like that. And about 3,800 feet. So it was a long, tough climb. And not even halfway up, I was just done. I was spent physically, mentally. So it was a tough slog. Luckily, I'm hiking with a great group of guys, and you know, they kind of kept me going. I'm sure if I was by myself, I would have checked out. You know, I was dragging before lunch, and I was, you know, walking by a lake, or, you know, stumbling by a lake is probably a more accurate description. And I came very close to, or, you know, I thought seriously
about just pitching my tent there and calling it a day. Had a real tough time. I think it was just a combination of, a couple of tough days. Didn't get much sleep the last 2 nights, only about 7.5 hours, which usually I get about 9 hours of sleep on the trail. And then my hand was just bothering me the whole day from where I hurt my finger. I pinched my finger between 2 rocks, and it looks like I'm probably going to lose the fingernail. But all day long, every time I put down the trekking pole hard, my finger would throb, then my hand would throb, my whole arm would throb. And I think just the cumulative stress of that injury combined with lack of sleep and some hard days just added up and took it out. So I'm going to try and get a good night's sleep tonight. And I think tomorrow will be a little bit easier, even though we got, we'll try and do at least 16 miles, maybe a few more. But the climb up to the next pass, Mather Pass, isn't as tough as Pinchot Pass. So hopefully that'll do the trick. We'll see tomorrow. Other than that, tried to capture a few shots. We hiked along, I forget the name of the river now, I'm drawing a blank, but you see it in the pictures in the video. Gorgeous river, just a ton of water flowing down there. So that was pretty much all morning. We hiked along there. Didn't take much in the afternoon just because I was struggling. It was not a good day. But hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. So we'll see you then.